One loss won't define her. Why Coco Gauff will always reign as the world's best. Let's go Coco. Why Coco Gauff will always reign as the world's best. Let's go Coco. Fire yellow art asterisk asterisk. Champions are not defined by their perfect days. They are defined by what they do when the world shakes, when the scoreline hurts, and when the spotlight feels heavier than ever. And if there's one thing the world has learned about Coco Gauff, it's this. She is unbreakable. One loss? That won't define her. Not now. Not ever. Because Coco Gauff, at just 20 years old, is built from something deeper than talent. She is built from fire, from resilience, from dreams that refuse to die, and from a heart that roars louder than adversity itself. The loss may sting today, but tomorrow, Coco Gauff rises again. Let's go, Coco. The world still believes. And here's exactly why she will always reign as one of the best to ever touch a racket. Fire, she's more than a player. She's a phenomenon. Since the moment Coco Gauff burst onto the tennis scene at Wimbledon at age 15, the world knew it was witnessing something special. That wasn't hype. That wasn't luck. That was destiny. From stunning top players to carrying expectations far beyond her years, Coco has grown up under the spotlight, and she's handled it with grace, humility, and a maturity that continues to shock even seasoned veterans. Players come and go. Hype rises and fades. But Coco Gauff is a movement. Fans don't just watch her play. They feel her energy, her joy, her fight, her humanity. And one loss can't erase a movement. Fire one defeat in a mountain of wins. Let's be clear. Coco Gauff's career is overflowing with victories that outshine any single defeat. Her resume already speaks volumes. White heavy checkmark Grand Slam champion, white heavy checkmark multiple WDA titles, white heavy checkmark consistent top. 5 presents, white heavy checkmark wins over the sport's biggest names, white heavy checkmark youngest American to achieve multiple historic milestones. Greatness isn't measured by never failing. It's measured by always coming back stronger. And Coco has proved time and time again that she thrives after heartbreak. She learns. She evolves. She transforms. This loss? It's a spark, a reminder, fuel for her fire. And champions turn pain into power. Fire mental strength, her real superpower. People see the forehand. They see the quick feet. They see the power. But what truly makes Coco Gauff one of the best in the world isn't just her athletic ability. It's her mind. She has something even legends admire. Composure under pressure. Calm in chaos. Maturity beyond her years. Fearlessness in big moments. There are athletes who crumble when their plans fall apart. Coco becomes stronger. One loss will not break her mindset. If anything, it will sharpen it. Fire her heart is bigger than the court. When Coco plays, you don't just see technique. You see emotion. You see soul. You see someone who fights for every point like she's fighting for her story. And that is why she is loved worldwide. She doesn't pretend. She doesn't hide. She doesn't play to be perfect. She plays to be Coco. Authentic, fiery, human, unapologetically passionate. Her heart is her superpower, and loss cannot take that away. Fire, she's already a leader at 20. What other 20-year-old has? Spoke openly about pressure, advocated for mental health, volunteered in communities, inspired young athletes everywhere, become a role model without ever asking to be one. Coco Gauff leads without trying. She shines without forcing it. She inspires simply by being herself. And leaders don't break from setbacks. They rise. They rebuild. They influence. Coco's leadership is only strengthening. A single loss won't dim that light. Fire evolution, the secret to her success. Each season, Coco returns with something new in her game. White heavy checkmark 2022-23. A huge leap in confidence and tactical maturity. White heavy checkmark 2024. A more powerful serve and fearless aggression. White heavy checkmark 2025. Strategic brilliance, improved forehand, unstoppable consistency. Every year, she reinvents herself like a future legend. And guess what? Losses are where evolution begins. She doesn't run from flaws. She repairs them. She doesn't ignore pressure. She embraces it. This defeat will only sharpen the next version of Coco, a version the world will be lucky to witness. Fire, she's not defined by moments. She defines moments. Many players are defined by their best and worst moments. But Coco Gauff creates moments. Moments where crowds erupt. Moments where kids watching at home whisper, "I want to be like her." Moments where history bends her direction. She is already. White heavy checkmark won a Grand Slam. White heavy checkmark shocked the world multiple times. White heavy checkmark become America's tennis sweetheart. White heavy checkmark challenged the world's top players fearlessly. White heavy checkmark built a global fan base that spans languages and cultures. One match cannot erase years' worth of magic. If anything, it sets the stage for her next unforgettable moment. Fire pressure. She turned it into power. Most players collapse under the weight Coco carries. But Coco, she welcomed it. She embraced the expectations. She handled the spotlight. She walked into every arena knowing the world was watching her every move. This pressure didn't crush her. It elevated her. And the greatest champions of all time, Serena, Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, all endured heartbreaking losses along the way. Losses don't define legacies. Comebacks do. Fire, her fans will always stand with her. One of the most beautiful parts of Coco Gauff's journey is the love she receives from fans across the globe. Her supporters don't just show up for her wins. They show up for her heart. They see the humanity in her fight. They see the spark in her smile. They see the courage in her journey. Tonight, they shout louder. "Let's go, Coco!" We still believe. One loss means nothing. You are our champion. Fans know this isn't the end. This is a pause, a chapter, a stepping stone. Her story is far from finished. Fire, champion of the future and the present. Here is the truth the tennis world must accept. Coco Gauff isn't the future of tennis. She is the present. She is already white heavy checkmark, one of the world's best white heavy checkmark, a slam champion white heavy checkmark, a ranking giant white heavy checkmark, a global icon white heavy checkmark, a fighter with limitless potential. One loss doesn't erase her talent. One loss doesn't erase her legacy. One loss doesn't erase her destiny. She is here to stay. She will continue to rise. She will continue to inspire. Fire, what comes next? A bigger, brighter Coco. If history has taught us anything, it's that champions rise after heartbreak. After Serena's losses, she won slams. After Nadal's injuries, he came back stronger. After Federer's heartbreaks, he made history. After Osaka's setbacks, she shocked the world. Now it's Coco's turn. 2025 is still her year. 2026 is waiting for her. Her story is only beginning. Expect Fire stronger serves Fire sharper mindset, Fire smarter strategies, Fire bigger wins, Fire more trophies, Fire more Coco moments. The next chapter will be beautiful. And you will say, Fire final message. She will always reign. One loss? It's a bruise, not a break. Coco Gauff is too talented, too passionate, too fearless, and too driven to let a single setback define her. She will always reign because white heavy checkmark, her heart is bigger than defeat. White heavy checkmark, her spirit is stronger than pressure. White heavy checkmark, her mindset is built for greatness. White heavy checkmark, her talent is undeniable. White heavy checkmark, her journey is unstoppable. The world better be ready, because Coco Gauff is not done. She is rising. She is roaring. She is rewriting history one match at a time. Let's go, Coco. Yellow Heart, Fire, your crown isn't going anywhere. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.